It might look still on the surface, but sometimes pictures can be just a little misleading, because we could be in for a wild ride in Calgary this weekend. That's because the Stampede is on in Alberta's biggest city, an event steeped in the culture of this part of the world. Amazingly, its history goes way back to 1886. But there's a strong sporting tradition here too. Welcome to the Markin MacPhail Centre and the Canada Open 2024. And our thanks to Sun Vitong, bringing in the HSBC World Tour Finals trophy. That will be played for in Hangzhou, China, just before Christmas. Rather sooner than that, here's our lineup today, starting with mixed doubles and an intriguing clash between Danish top seeds Christiansen and Bøje against last week's US Open winners Teeraratsakul and Muenwong. Another winner in Texas is up next as Yushi Tanaka takes on 7th seed and Ka Long from Hong Kong in the men's singles. We stay with the men for match 3. World number 4 Anders Antonsen, with 2 titles already under his belt this year, up against the young Indian Priyanshu Rajawat. More Danish interest in the men's doubles to follow as number 2 seeds Kier and Sogard start big favourites over Luan Yang of Chinese Taipei. The women follow that. Wen Shisu might be the 6th seed, but she's lost all 5 previous meetings against the Japanese Nozomi Okahara. 3 more matches live after that. Top of the bill, the home hope Michelle Lee in the women's singles. As promised though, it's the mix to start with, and we are concentrating on that top match. We're down to the quarter-final stage. That is the full draw. Top seeds against last weekend's winners in the US. It should be a fascinating contest, this one. I can tell you that the officials are on court and the players right behind, as you can see. When the order of play came out last night, this looked one of the most fascinating matches on any court today. So we should be in for a thriller for starters, because Teeraratsakul and Muenwong have been so impressive over the last week or so. These 2 pairs have never met before. Just get the impression that they're going to be meeting quite a few times in the future. Seeded 5, as you can see there, the Thai pair up against the top seeds, ranked inside the top 15 in the world. Danes. So let's give you a bit more information then about these 4 as we prepare for our first match of the day on quarter-finals day here. Matthias Christiansen is ranked 13 in the world, has been up as high as 4 with his previous partner Christina Pedersen, as you see there. In fact, Christiansen and Bøje have been in the top 10 before as well. Both Olympians. 4 World Tour titles since 2021, including a couple last year. One of those was a Super 750. They won in Singapore, which was their best win today as a pair. Just 27 minutes to dispense Dunn and McPherson of Scotland in the second round after they got a bye first up. I wonder if they've seen any videos of this Thai pair. I'm sure they would have seen a little bit from Fort Worth in Texas last week, where they won the title. First Super 300 win for the Thais. Muenwong is 10 years her partner senior, won a couple of women's doubles tournaments, Super 100s. You might have seen that match yesterday if you were with us against Chang and Lin. Went to 3 games, second and third of which were quite close. They just about got over the line against the Chinese Taipei pair. Gerald Arsenault of Canada is our umpire for this one, and his fellow Canadian Eric Desroches is the service judge. Just a reminder that tomorrow semi-finals day and finals day on Sunday. Also 10 o'clock starts local time. So bright and early here in Canada.
Shuttles in, please.
Tournament that's been going since the late 50s. It's the 59th edition this year, but only the second year that it's had Super 500 status, which means very decent prize money on offer. Total prize pool here this week of $420,000 US. Semi-finalists in the doubles guaranteed at least $5,880. So plenty of money on the line, plenty of ranking points as well, and more importantly, just the honour and the glory, really. Stand by then for the umpire introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Pakapon Teeraratsakul and Fataimas Muenwong, Thailand. And on my left, Mathias Christiansen and Alexandra Bøje, Denmark. Alexandra Bøje to serve to Pakapon Teeraratsakul. Laval, play.
So here we go, first shuttle hit in anger on quarterfinals day. Danes will be the favourites, but they need to be very wary, I think, of this emerging Thai mixed doubles pair.
Service over. 1-all.
Unforced errors could be the key here. Don't imagine that Christiansen and Bøje will make that many. As to whether the Thais can adapt to playing a higher level of opponent than they have of late. You can only beat those who turn up on the other side of the net.
2-1.
Good judgment there from Christiansen.
Yes, please.
Just dropping long beyond the back line. Was here last year, and I think the drift actually this year is somewhat less than it was 12 months ago. Be disappointed with that, Christiansen. Normally, if you let him get that kind of range, he'll punish you. That went long. Well, she handled that really well. A bit of role reversal there with Bøje at the back of the court.
Service over. 3-all.
On the line, he thought about it, Christiansen. Could almost see the cogs whirring in his mind there. Going to play it, then he was going to leave it, then he was going to play it. In the end, didn't, and now regrets that decision. So, made a very positive start. I don't think there's any scenario where they're going to be overawed by their much higher ranked opponents, the Thais. This is powerful stuff. We've seen over the last week or so, Teeraratsakul is extremely dangerous. From the back of the court. He was actually, well, three-quarter court that was. Really positive start by the Thais.
Service over. 4-6.
There were a few upsets yesterday, and we were close to having a few more. So those two will be taking absolutely nothing for granted here against a pair with a gleaming trophy in the cabinet from last week. Excellent shot, really stretching Christiansen on the backhand there.
7-4.
He's a big man, 6'1", but couldn't do anything with it. Better leave that time for the Dane.
5-7.
What a fantastic angle. Christiansen
Service
just
over.
looked like he couldn't believe that.
5.
She must have been good at geometry at school. Look at this. Perfect.
Service over. 6-8.
Well, they have made a few unforced errors to Thais, but they've also made a welter of winners. I wonder if they've surprised those two players a little bit when they've started. It'll be a tough match this for the top seeds by the look of it.
Service over. 9-6.
They're just all over them, aren't they? And it was actually a pretty good return initially by Alexandra Bøje, but they just proceeded to dominate the rally, the Thais.
10-6.
Wonderful play at the net by Bøje. Really classy touch initially.
Over.
It was popped up for an easy
10.
kill. But they're having to work very hard for every point.
Batallas. Service over. 11.
So 11-7.
Interval.
And the number one seed's in a bit of difficulty early here. Thais in front at the mid-game interval.
Der kommer fra dem. En går det retur. Altså, det er fordi, vi ikke rykker på det. Altså, vi står for stille. Ja, så når vi spiller ind til hende, når vi spiller på den til hende, så får vi ikke rigtig noget andet. Hun er fint til at kontrollere den igen. Spille den på dig igen. Vi er nødt til at være klar på, at der kommer ikke bare tæt til fejl, hvis vi spiller på det. Du er nødt til at sætte den over ind til, når du får på den. Og du måske nogle gange, når du spiller den på, når du spiller tilbage, så går ned til ham. Der er i hvert fald nødt til at spille noget mere, når du spiller tilbage.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Eleven, 7, play.
Oh, that's about the best shot he's played. That really was quality from Christiansen.
Service over.
Stunning backhand.
8-11.
They're going to have to produce their best, I think, here if they want to get into tomorrow's semi-finals the way the Thais have started. That's a wonderful shot from Christiansen.
fault. 9-11.
Just get the feeling that at some point, Tyres will be put under pressure, sustained pressure.
Fault.
That's
Service over.
likely, but not a given.
12-9.
Interestingly, yesterday they did actually win the first game against Chang and Lin of Chinese Taipei, and then their level really dropped in the second game, albeit they won the decider. They was very, very good at net.
Service over.
Seen a couple of examples in the last few points.
10-12.
It's their own previous shot that set up that straightforward kill. Oh, yes. That is Christiansen and Bøje at their best.
11-12.
But they've had to raise it because the tie started so well and so positively, taking the game to the top seeds. Cheeky.
12.
Beautifully executed. Just about the first flicker we've seen, I think. Certainly from Alexandre Bøje. If you let Teeraratsakul
Service over.
play those kind of shots from mid-court,
13-12.
you're asking for trouble. It's going to be wide.
Service over. 13-all.
I think that's the first time they've been in front for a long while. Yeah, they had 2-1 and 3-2. Since then it's been all tie pair, but maybe just starting to come to the top here in terms of the cream rising. It often does.
15,
but still
13.
Pretty open this first game.
On court.
On the line again. That's two she's played like that.
Over.
One backhand, one forehand.
15.
Sweet shot. Well, that all came about because of the excellent supposed return. Christiansen applied the coup de grace, but it was Bøje who really set that up. What a late challenge. He was looking at that, Teeraratsakul, as though he was expecting a call of out, but I'm not sure because the Dane seemed fairly convinced the serve was good. first time today. Hawkeye gets an outing. Absolutely no problem with that.
17-14. Play. Service over, 15-17.
It's good variation from the Danes.
Service over, 18-15.
Completely flummoxed both of the
Service
Danes.
over, 16-18.
Yeah, good lead. They will challenge it, so they are going to ask Hawkeye the question.
Teeraratsakul challenge call.
First impression,
out.
just from the reaction of the Danes, was that the initial call was correct. It was called long. And here a 4-game point for the top
20
seeds.
game point 16.
Right in the zone that. For
Service
Teeraratsakul.
over, 17-20.
Just wide.
18-20.
2 to go. That's wonderfully done by Bøje. Just steered it to create the angle. And 21-18. Not without a bit of a struggle, certainly initially.
And
But the top seeds take the opening game. They lead 1 game to love.
Det er kun ham, der kommer med noget først. Ja, det er det. Jeg skal spille med lidt prikfart.
Ja, men måske også nogle gange. ต้องเข้าไปเคลียร์แล้วรอให้มันตีแรงมาแล้วมึงค่อยเปลี่ยนแต่มึงต้องพอเวลามึงเคลียร์เสร็จแล้วมึงต้องระวังโดนข้างนอกเปลี่ยนไปนะมึงตีเสร็จแล้วต่อเพราะว่าถ้ามึงตีแรงไปแล้วมึงตีแรงไปแล้วแรงไม่ดีมึงโดนมันเลือดผู้ชายมันเลือดเบาแม่งเลือดถีบดีเพราะฉะนั้นเราอยากให้มันเลือดด้วยการที่เรากดลูกแรงให้มันมึงต้องเคลียร์แล้วมันก็จะพอมีเคลียร์มันก็จะก้าวเข้ามามันเคลียร์ใช่หรือมึงก็ต้องรอแล้วก็ระวังโดน ระวังแรงแต่พอมึงแรงมามึงแค่ผ่อนแรงเข้าใจปะแต่พอมึงให้มึงตีเบามึงจะได้กลับตัวง่ายแต่ถ้ามึงตั้งแรงเนี่ยใช่มึงเบาแต่มึงไม่เคลื่อนที่มึงบอกมึงเคลื่อนที่กลับมาเบาว่างตรงไหนว่าแต่ถ้า1-1ก็ฟาดได้ยัดแรงได้ดูดีแล้วก็เด็กก็ต้องสู้เดี๋ยวไปกลัวนึกออกไหม
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Second game, love all, play.
Well, no doubt very relieved to have taken that opening game, the Danes, but I think they'll be taking anything for granted in this second game. Good start, though. Right down the tram lines from Christiansen.
Service over, 1-all.
That's a very, very good lead. They are going to challenge it. That's a good lead if it was long, because she was looking at that out like a hawk, Alexandra Bøje. And decided in the end to let it drop, and Hawkeye will tell us whether that was the right decision or not. Yes, it was, out by a margin, actually.
Challenge
Maybe look at that as a bit of a wasted challenge, in fact, so early in the game.
Service over, 2-1. Play.
Light touch again from Bøje.
3-1. Shuttle okay, Matthias? Shuttle.
Well, just what the Danes were looking for. A quick start here
1.
in this second game.
Five, 1. Service over. 2-5. Service over. 6-2. On court. Seven, 2.
Just looks a different match now, doesn't it, from what we saw in the first game, certainly the early stages of the first game, when the Danes were really under the cosh, but they've regrouped. Good shot from Bøje.
8-2.
Got some power from the back of the court, as well as those wonderful touches at the net, which she's more than known for. And all of a sudden, it's a pretty one-sided scoreline in this second game.
9-2.
Flipper again from Bøje. Every time she's tried it, I think they've won the point. And she's used it kind of semi-sparingly, but it's that element of surprise, I think, which has caused Tyres a problem. You could see there that Muenwong was just disoriented momentarily. Return that invited the winner from Christiansen.
Service over. 3-10.
So big lead at the mid-game interval. 11-3 it is.
11.
And you'd say Christiansen and Bøje with 1 foot in tomorrow's semi.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Fatainas. Eleven, 3, play.
To see the errors creeping into the Thai pairs game now. Difficult when you're under pressure from one of the top pairs in the world. Sometimes hard to see any kind of a way out. She nearly made that despite reacting to it, Bøje.
4-12.
They resisted for probably longer than they were entitled to. Teeraratsakul and Muenwong, but in the end,
13-4.
They had to give best to the Danes.
$14-4. Service over, 5-14. $6-14.
Wonderful piece of placement. And that's a penultimate shot from Christiansen. And it's almost certainly just a matter of time now before
15-6.
these two cement the victory. Great learning experience, though, for the Thais, playing against a top pair like this. Not buy that kind of match experience.
16-6. 17-6.
Can't play that shot any better than that. Good reach by Christiansen. Yeah, it just looks a little ragged now. Teeraratsakul was landing those as clean winners in the first game, but just 3 points away. The Danes from a straight game progression.
Service over, 7-18. Service over, 19-7.
On the tie side.
Service over, 8-19.
That shot he's played for a while, but too late, almost certainly. Scramble for that boat. That's a great point from the tie pair.
9-19.
Good to see there's still a fighting spirit, even when it looks like a lost cause. Wow. Expect him to miss that from mid-court.
10-19.
Well, this is fighting stuff.
11.
Teeraratsakul and Muenwong.
19. Quickly.
They're going to go down. Going to try and do it in a blaze of glory. With 19-7 at one point, so that's 5 points in a row.
12-19.
Ties. Another 5 will make things interesting. Oh, misjudged it, and in the end, it was almost a token gesture just to wave his racket at it.
13-19. Can I see the shuttle, please? Shuttle. Change shuttle, please.
Well, they almost collided then, Christiansen and Bøje. Well, what's happening
14,
here? 7
19,
points
yes.
on the spin for the ties. Just slightly unsettling, Christiansen and Bøje.
Yes. Yep.
Just want a bit of a damp spot on the court mopped here.
Can you show him where, Matthias, please?
For a regroup and a little chat.
On court.
1 point at a time, I think. Motto here. That's going to be wide. So they finally stopped that run of 7 straight points. And now they've got 6 match points.
Point 14.
I think that Little break came at a good time. Well, not as straightforward as the scoreline might suggest, but they are safely through the top seeds in the mixed doubles. Christiansen and Bøje beating Teeraratsakul and Muenwong. Little hiccup just at the end, but kept their nerve. And we will see them
Match
in
won by
tomorrow's
Mathias Christiansen
semi-final.
and Alexandra Bøje, 21-18, 21-14.
Nice winner from Christiansen to end the match. And confirmation of that scoreline. 21-18, 21-14, 33 minutes was the match time. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, really interesting looking men's singles. Yushi Tanaka of Japan taking on the ever popular Un Ka-long of Hong Kong in a moment. Well, a warm welcome back to our continuing coverage of the YONEX Canada Open 2024. And we have reached match number 2 on quarterfinals day on our show court. Brings together Yushi Tanaka of Japan against Un Ka-long of Hong Kong in a men's singles quarterfinal.